Welcome to the TAPCO Farm YouTube channel. This channel will be one way in which we intend to share with the community what is going on at TAPCO. TAPCO is an old industrial site located north of Clarkdale, Arizona, along the Verde River. It was a power plant during the 20th century, providing electricity to local smelter operations. We recently purchased the property and plan to turn this once industrial site into a thriving farm. This is a land reuse project and one we hope you will be excited to follow along with. My name is Caleb, and soon you will meet my wife, Ginny. In this first episode, we are going to introduce ourselves and share with you our goals of the property. In future episodes, we'll be digging into more detailed plans, projects, and the ups and downs of taking on this land reuse project. So let's dive into the first episode. All right. Get comfy.
Yeah, you can lean on me.
Okay. All right.
Hi.
Hey, my name's Caleb,
I'm Jenny.
and we are sitting in our irrigation ditch at TAPCO Farm. This is our newest endeavor, and today we're going to introduce ourselves and share a little about what we're doing, what we're excited about, what we're scared about maybe, and everything like that. So we just bought this property a couple months ago, and our goals are to turn this old sort of not quite neglected but abandoned piece of property along the Verde River just north of Clarkdale into a thriving farm. So it's got a lot of industrial history we'll talk about a little bit today. I'll give you guys just a little background and then kind of our goals of growing food, growing wine grapes, having some animals, and being a place for our family and for others to come and enjoy. So maybe introduction about ourselves. You want to go first, Jenny?
Sure. My name is Jenny. My background is in social work. I like to support people with their mental health, and I think being connected to nature and the land that you're living within is really important and a big part of our mental health. So I also have a background in restaurants and hospitality and just in community organizing and spending time with others. And one of my biggest passions is gardening and growing food. So I'm very excited to grow food on a larger scale in a new environment to me, even though I'm from Arizona. And yeah, just take care of the river. Like Caleb said, we're living close to the Verde River, and it takes a lot of intention to make sure that you're being a responsible habitant of the land, and living so close to such a big river I think is just a huge privilege, and we're going to do our best to take as best of care of the environment as possible. Things like removing invasive species, being good with our water use, and learning how to dry farm, things like that. I'm excited about a lot. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I'm passionate about. I hope to maybe one day combine my passions of mental health with farming and time outside, doing ecotherapy or something like that. But that's a long-term goal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, my name's Caleb, and let's see, my background is actually in geology as far as education. I got my master's at NAU, Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, in 2007. But along the sinuous path of life, I changed careers and have been running and operating restaurants for the last 15 years. So, and amidst all that, I just love being outside. I love trail running. I love using my body in physical ways and just, being outside. So this endeavor combines a lot of those loves: love for food, love for building things, love for nature and getting your hands dirty, and using your body to create value, and in the sense of like just making change on something that has so much potential. So that's sort of my background, and this project combines, like I said, all of those in a lot of ways. And one way is actually hopefully kind of a vertical integration into the restaurants, bringing the food that we're going to hopefully grow and the wine grapes that we'll be making, and hopefully working with like a local winemaker to bring that stuff back into the restaurants. So also just really excited to be doing this with Ginny as a family project, and raising our kids here is a really exciting idea because we think time in nature is hard to beat. So that's a little about me. But more about this project. So we are sitting in our irrigation ditch, like we mentioned. It's pretty big. It's about 4 by 4 by 4, concrete block. It's impressive. It's about a mile long, and it connects the Verde River to our property. And that really is a reason it's here is because of this property's industrial history. It was a power plant, an oil-fired steam generating power plant from 1917 to the late 50s, providing electricity to smelter operations in the Verde Valley around Jerome and Clarkdale. And as such, everything is built enormously strong, but also with a lot of purpose. So this ditch brought loads of water to the property to generate the steam, to turn turbines for electricity. And this infrastructure, we think, is one of the more valuable pieces of this property. As we were going around the Verde Valley and looking at different parcels and properties, thinking about what we'd want to do, water was the kind of omnipresent unknown or uncertainty about things. And with this property, we had a lot of more certainty because of its water rights, because of its infrastructure. This ditch kind of runs right through the heart of the property, so we should be able to irrigate relatively easily compared to other properties, and we shouldn't have a shortage. That doesn't mean we'll be wasteful, just water's plentiful on this property, which is really awesome. So the power plant's still standing, and we'll be sharing a lot of that. I think perhaps in this video you can see the smokestack in the background. It's about 220 feet tall, and it is you can't miss it if you drive up Sycamore Canyon Road. It's kind of a feature, that geographic feature that I think a lot of people have seen and wondered about. Yeah, so really excited about retaining that history, maybe making something out of the power plant down the road for celebration space or venue space. So excited about that potential too. But what are you most excited about?
I really think definitely spending quality time with you working on a project.
Yep.
I think for sure. Yeah. I mean, all the other things I'm excited about, but I wouldn't want to do them without you.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, well, I definitely share that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, one other thing I think I'm excited about, in addition to that and being here with family, is, this property was on the market for actually a long time. And I think it got passed up by a lot of folks. Maybe they didn't understand the infrastructure, the water rights, and all of these such, but I also think that people looked at the power plant, and we've even been told it was a blight on, the landscape, and maybe people aren't in love with the history of mining, or that is really a part of this town. And there's this saying. It goes something like, I guess maybe I'll sum it up. I think others kind of look at this and ask why, and in my mind, I think we're looking at this and asking why not.
Yeah.
So, why would you start from scratch with property and not have to deal with all this stuff, all this history that is unknown and in some ways just, concerning for us folks. And like I said, maybe a blight. And I look at it and I see just potential around every corner. And so I'm most excited about, taking something and bringing a lot of value to it and to the community, because this is not just like a farm, but it's a land reuse project, where we're taking something that has been, I'd say, overall overlooked and trying to create something that is really special and everyone could be really proud is in their community. Yeah. So that's what I'm probably most excited about. What are you most scared about?
Scared about?
Or just uneasy about? I don't know.
I mean, I don't really feel too scared or uneasy. Like, I know there's going to be a lot of challenges and maybe something that feels like backward motion, but I'm just so excited to learn. And I think there's just like a lot of fear in the unknown of like what's to come. but at the same time, that makes me excited and curious. Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit scared of cleaning out the power plant, like all the metal.
There's a lot of stuff.
That's going to be a big project, but I think that's going to be so awesome once we can figure out how to do that. Lots of hanging metal in a giant structure that we're going to have to figure out how to reinforce, but it's going to be worth it. What about you?
Yeah, I gotta say I don't have any fears. There was a lot of anxiety at first after purchasing it.
Yeah.
I was just
Big.
like, what are we getting ourselves into? But I think since we've been talking about this as a multi-decade sort of project, and that, like, there's still like a sense of urgency that I want to work on it all the time, but from like it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and I think I've come to that. So I actually don't have a ton of fears other than, maybe being pulled in a lot of directions, and maybe my fear is more my own, like, suppressing my own excitement to continue to work on the project and recognizing I got a lot of responsibilities in life. So I don't have a lot. Like, I mean, it's going to be constant learning. We've already gotten a flat tire and had the tarps blown away, and there's always going to be things, lots of learning. So it doesn't frighten me either. It excites me. But I think there's actually a lot of calmness, I think, when I'm here, which is nice, and excitement still, despite, we're sitting in this ditch that's about a mile long and a quarter of it's full of mud. We're in the clean part that we've cleaned out. If you turned around, you'd see a lot of dirt that we got to move. We're going to do a little bit of that right after this movie. So that also doesn't scare me. It's just a lot at times. So one scoop at a time, I guess, is how we'll take it, because there's going to be a lot of scoops.
At a time. Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of scoops.
Yeah.
Good thing we're optimistic people.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a core value of us. So anyway, that's a little about us, a little about TAPCO Farm.
Yeah.
We're going to have this little YouTube channel to share what we're doing. We've never done this before.
Yeah. Follow along with our fun projects and our quirky
Well, we've never
filming.
done the YouTube stuff either.
Yeah.
So
for sure. It'll be quirky.
It'll be quirky.
But we're going to learn more about that too.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's it for now. Until the next episode. Ciao.